Hello everyone, welcome to TextBox. My name is Anush Kumar, Java trainer, having a 5+ years of IT experience. So, from today's session, we will start working upon the coding problems which are generally asked in the Java interview. So, we will start with the from the basic to the medium to advanced level of the coding problem, which is being asked to the during the interview in the coding round. Okay, so let's move to our first question. Hmm. Today we will start from the basic, very basic, then we slowly move to the advanced. So first today we will work upon adding the two numbers in a Java. Adding the two numbers in Java. Okay. So for adding a two number, what we have to do? This I am telling from the basic because in such question you have to add some logic, you have to implement some logic. There some student got stuck, then what I will do, there was simpler, you have to create a method to add the two things, then implement inside the another logic. Okay, so that's why we are starting from the basic. So adding building up the logics, that is the main focus. So adding what first question, we have for adding we have to two variables we have to add. So we have to first create the two variable. Okay, where you will create the two variable outside the main method, inside the main method, outside the main method you can be static, non-static variable. Inside the main method means you can create a local variable. Okay, so in this types of variable you can take in use while working upon the coding problem in Java. Okay, so create a first a main method here. Main public static void. Mean public means it can access from anywhere. Static means you do not need to create an object. Okay, then we have void, no return value. Main is a method name, string is array args. Okay, this class basically, so this is a class. Okay, now create to array int num1 equal to 10. Okay, similarly int num2 equal to 20. These are the two variables. Now you want to add the variable two. Okay, but you after adding, where you have to store somewhere, so where you will store, create a third variable int sum, where we are going to store num1 plus num2. This step is also a very useful because when you will work upon the others coding interview problem, whenever you are getting any object or value with your method, then that time you forgot to store that value. Okay, so that you can use that stored value in the another logic. Okay, so that's why this step is also important, so that you can logic can be built after, if the value is coming stored in somewhere, then you can use that variable to somewhere put in another logic or some print something or print the value. Now printing the value. Okay, system dot out dot print, that is a sum. It will basically print the value. Okay, so this this simple basic Java question I have told you for explaining you the simple logics which we will implement while doing the problems. Okay, okay, it will take few minutes. Internet is basically a slow. Internet is slow, it is downloading some dependencies. Wait for 1 minute, it will basically print the other thing. So let me explain you something like public. Here public means the class is accessible for anywhere. Okay, and this class statement basically means the keyword class is used to define that it is a Java class. Okay, then we have a public static void main. Okay, so public is basically means this main method access Sometimes the interview also asks to explain the all the terms inside this class. Okay, so in this way you can explain while during the interview that public means it is a main method accessible to JVM. Okay, Java Virtual Machine. Then what is static? So it means you do not need to create an object to call this method. It's belong to the basically it's belong to the class. Okay, the object is created inside the class. Then void means it do not return a value. Okay, and main is the name of the your method, main method. It is the starting point of any Java program. The main method is starting point of any Java program. Okay, then you have a string array args. So this allows the program to accept the command line argument. Command line argument. This is basically known as command line argument. Okay, it have a array and a string, array of string. Okay. Okay, it will take few minutes. Let me pause, and when it has finished, I will run again the program. Okay, the download had been completed. It has run. Let me again run the program. Here, go to a run as and run the Java application. In this way, your Java application will started running. Okay, so this is the first program. Now slowly we will move to the other programs also. Thank you. See you in the next classes.